Hey everybody, Lair Farmer 73 here. Let me get in here so I can address y'all properly, even though it's hard for me to do with these busted up contacts. I do the best I can do. There I go. Okay, I'm not gonna stay on here long. I just wanted to engage a couple of you guys, if you wanted to, about these bananas. So let me get in here. I'm gonna start up. It's a couple different things about these bananas that I've learned over the years that that really get them going. It's some stuff you don't do depending on where you live, and it's some stuff that you do. As you see, this is going to be my third video of the day about bananas. And the only reason is because I've never received so many emails about a banana plant or tree ever. So I figured, you know what? Wherever everybody want to know, let's go all the way in. Okay. Now, the banana tree. I just put out 2 videos a few minutes ago. You might want to go watch those, or after this live stream, which trust me, I am not going to be on here but a minute to address anybody. If anybody ain't on here, I won't even bother. But honestly, the videos I did is because the reason I did 2 videos, because as I'm out there in the yard, I'm finding out whole different ball game going on out there with the bananas. So I sold a tree. This is in the video. I sold a tree last summer, yeah. And, you know, somebody offered me a hell of a price for it, and I just went on ahead and sold it because I kind of figured, you know, I'll end up with another one down the road somewhere. They offered me a good penny for it, and I sold it. Well, the good news is I sold that tree, and I must have left a little bit of the corum behind. That's why we on live right now, because people got questions, and this is one of the questions I always want to answer, but I never know how to just quite do a video on it. As a matter of fact, I'm even make this even a sweeter deal for you, so you can get a better understanding of how this kind of works. Your banana only needs, all you need is like a cube, 1 cube of the corum. And you can grow a whole new banana tree, plant rather. People, we ain't gonna do the technical thing because people get upset when you call it a tree. I call it what I want to. But let me close this blind. The light is blaring my eyes out. There we go, that's a little better. Okay, now, all you need is a little piece of that corum, and you could grow your own banana. Now, it'll take a minute, but it will grow, and I have proof that it works. Now, number one, it's a lot of these sites online that you go to, and they're selling bananas. They're not selling a banana like I showed in the video, or like this. For this, you are going to pay a serious price for this in trying to buy this size online. That's not what they're going to send you. They're going to send you what they call a tissue culture plant. A tissue culture, which is a little bitty banana plant about that big, and it's going to actually almost look like a weed. So you're going to be real mad when you done paid about $50 and you're going to get about 3 or 4 of these little plants like this for that $50. You're going to be pissed off. I got to be honest with you. All of these plants, except for one, came from tissue cultures. Banana plants and elephant ears, bulb type plants, elephant ears, banana plants, Jack's Giants, all of those bulb type tubers grow at a rate that's so unbelievable. You won't believe it. You won't understand how it's working, but trust and believe it works. Now, I'm going to show you proof right now of a tissue culture. The tissue culture, I took a little cube. Well, let me be honest. I didn't take the little cube. What I did was I had a banana plant and I broke it and I threw a piece in this pot to see what'll happen. So it ain't like I did all this on purpose. You know, let me cut the scientific crap. Guess what happened? I'm just now looking at this pot while I'm putting together the pallet patio. That is an ice cream banana. And as soon as I get it out of this pot, it's gonna go banana. It's gonna go crazy. And when I hear something else, this is what when I brought this in the house, I noticed this. See that little pup right at the bottom? It's already got a baby on the side. All of that came from, let me put this in the frame a little bit. All of this came from a piece no bigger than just say a golf ball or egg. That's all it took to make a whole nother banana. That's what just happened out there. I sold that banana and I dug up, which I thought I dug up the whole root. How you doing, Miss Finance? I thought I dug up the whole root ball. I didn't. I must have left some behind. And now this is what it gave me. If you go back and watch the video I just did about 5-10 minutes ago, watch this. I got 5 of these outside. This, see that deep dark red on the trunk? This is the Rajapuri. That's how I know, because that plant was super, super red. You ain't missed nothing so far, Louisiana Garden family. I'm just getting going, man. I ain't gonna be on here long because I just did 2 videos about this. I just wanted to see if anybody needed to engage because I'm getting a lot of questions about it. So I figured, let me go ahead and talk to people. So this is what I just dug up. I wanted to show you guys, hey, how you doing, Jay Hines? I wanted to show you guys how easy it is to propagate bananas. If you want to make your banana tree fruit, you wanted to get it to fruit, I used to dig them up just like I did this one outside just a minute ago, break it off the corm, leave a little bit of the root structure on there, leave a little bit of the dirt around it. Hey, NJ Cali Gardner, leave it just like that. And see, this is where people make a mistake. I even had a person that I sold a banana to tell me that her banana tree died. And I said, well, what did you do? You know, she bought it from me. What did you do? I did what you told me to do. You couldn't have did what I told you to do. You know, it's honestly, it's impossible because I got a whole yard. You can't say the cold killed it because all of mine is still in the ground. What I got some in the pot right here. Can't say you killed it. It wasn't the quality of my trees because I got proof out here. I got about 10 of them about 15 of them of proof that you killed your own tree. Now, I don't mind giving somebody another tree or replacing something that I know it was my fault, but lady, you killed your own tree because every single other person I sold a tree to, I can show you the emails of the pictures of them showing me what their banana trees look like now. You're the only one that ever hit me with yours died. So anyway, this is number 1 problem right here. Hey, how you doing, Mama Butterfly? Number 1, and I always tell people this, when you cut the banana off of the mother, when you cut the pup off the mother, see, this is where I went through with the shovel right here. Don't immediately go stick that in the dirt. Now, sometime it works, sometime it don't. I don't like the 50-50 chances thing. If you want to make sure that your pup takes, leave this out for about 4 hours, even a day. Just leave it out. Let this harden off right here. Let that dry up because right now it's still sticky and leaking. Banana juices all over the place. Let that dry up. Let that callus over for a day. Then go plant it. Because what happens is, if you leave this gooey and wet like this, a lot of the times, like I say, a 50-50 chance, a lot of the times you will stick this down in the hole that you just dug, then water it hard like I tell you to do, and this will start rotting because it might be insects down there that love this smell and this taste and everything else. And It's down there in the mud and everything else down in the dirt. This will go to rot and your plant will die. And then you, because you didn't listen. I don't want to take a 50-50 chance. Sometime I do. But when I know it's like this, where a miracle just happened, now I got 5 plants and I didn't have none in the beginning, I'm not risking messing this plant up. Let it sit out in the sun. When I'm done with this video, I'm going to go put it on my hot ass back porch and let the sun heal that over. The leaves ain't going to really buckle too bad. You might lose a few, but trust me, don't worry about the leaves because they all going to spiral right back out. Let that corum dry where you cut it, and you got a guaranteed banana plant on your hands. But when you cut it, make sure you can get as much of the root structure as you can get. Here it was attached to the mother. The root structure back here, make sure you get as much as you can. That give you a better chance of, I do not sell any cultures, which it'll be a banana plant with no roots. I don't sell those. I do stuff like this, chop them up, throw them in a pot, and then they grow, as you see. So, if you want a 100% chance, do it like that, and you will get a banana. You'll get your tree, and it'll be growing super fast. So, this, I'm making a mess in her kitchen. So, there you go. That's what I wanted to tell everybody. Is certain things, when you cut that pup off, it's a couple of little things you kind of got to be, mindful of. One is let that corum dry out. If you want a 100% chance of your banana taking off like that, let that corum dry out for a day. Don't get excited and just go jam it in the dirt, because now you just gave yourself a 50-50 chance whether it's going to make it or whether it ain't. Okay, so trust and believe, you guys. Now, the tissue culture. This is what I was going to do. Okay. Wait a minute. I'm going to show you something. All right. I got some potting soil right here, and I'm going to do a little experiment for y'all. This was not planned, but I'm thinking, so that's why I'm looking. I got my potting soil right here. So I got my potting soil in this cup. Now I'm going to take a tissue culture off of this banana plant. The one that I just showed you right here. Okay. I'm going to cut this whole piece off right here. Just a little chunk. Just a little chunk of the funk. Like an orange slice. See that? I'm taking a little orange slice. Let me show you this in a minute. I'm going to put this down. I better clean this up. I'm going to get a whooping. Look. As you see, I took a little cutting. I could actually cut this into 2 different pieces. See that? Like a little orange slice. Like a little wedge. I'm going to let this dry out for 1 day. I'm going to stick this in the soil. Once it's dry, stick this in the soil, and then I'm going to keep it moist. Keep it moist, and we're going to see this is what's going to happen. Because that's exactly what this came from. And I even think the piece was a little bit smaller than that because it was like a little cube or chunk. So this is a culture. So all the time when people tell you, you do me a favor, look online and look for a banana plant. What they're going to tell you is they're tissue cultures. Tissue cultures. Look online, they're going to tell you the people that want a lot of money for their banana plants, they're going to say, not a tissue culture. This is an actual pup from the mother plant. But they also want $79, $89 for it, like this, at this size. Or if you get one that's about this size, you're going to pay about $100 for it. But, with shipping and everything, you're going to pay some money for it. But what they boast, why it's good to pay that money, is this is an actual pup. This is not a tissue culture, something we started from a tissue culture. There's nothing wrong with starting one from a tissue culture. It will give you fruit too. The reason why they charge you more money is because it's going to take longer for this piece of culture tissue to get established and actually turn into a whole corm, a bulb, and then turn into a banana like this one. This one did this over winter. Didn't even know, just did it and didn't care, forgot about it. But that's how that turned out. That's what a tissue culture is. So the tissue culture, they're expensive too, but they're not as expensive as buying a pup from the mother plant. Nobody's going to sell you the mother plant. I sold my mother plant, Rajapuri, like a fool, but I'm glad. It's almost like it's a sign from above telling me, look, don't sell no more of these. Yes, sir. I'm going to give you a few more now. That's enough. Don't sell your last one. That's dumb. You're right. I let the money go to my head. And at the time, I needed the money more than I needed the plant. So that's what we're going to do with this. I'm going to leave this out, and I'm going to come back and do another video later, maybe tomorrow, and show you me plant this in, and we just going to wait on this. All of us, we're going to wait on this, and I'm going to show you what happens. It's amazing. Tissue culture. Look it up online, and you'll see yourself. Years ago, I didn't know what the difference was between pup, mother plant, tissue culture. And none of it made no difference to me. I just wanted a banana plant. If you go back and look at me going bananas for banana plants video, that's what I was talking about. I didn't care. I just wanted a banana plant. I wanted one so bad. They're beautiful. And you know, palm trees cost a fortune here. Banana tree don't really cost nothing. They still look beautiful like a palm tree, and they give you fruit. And they give you more plants. So I figured you can't lose with that. I watched my friend years ago on The Bearded Gardener, and he had a lot of banana plants. He had the blue Java ice cream banana plant, and he had I can't remember the couple he had. He got me going on those banana plants back then. And I said, you know, I got to get one right now. So here I am, maybe, 4 years later, bananas all over the place to the point I sell them. I mass produce them, grow them, get fruit from them. Let me see. NJ Cali Garden, my nursery sell fruiting pup for $12.50. Now, this is what you want to know. What kind of fruiting pup it is. You want to know exactly what kind of fruiting banana plant it is. Because I stated, and I did stutter around and stumble around the wording a bit earlier this morning, they all fruit. They all fruit. Just like all pear trees fruit, all apple trees fruit. But you have your ornamentals and you have your fruiting. Your ornamentals, like your pear tree, I can never remember the damn name of this pear tree. But it let off little tiny pears. And they I don't care how long you wait for them to get ripe, they taste terrible because they just ornamental. Bradford pear, that's what it is, the Bradford pear. Or the blooming cherry, the weeping cherry tree. All of those are ornamental. This banana plant, you want to know what kind you got. Like, I got a Rajapuri, I got a Grand Name, I got a blue Java ice cream banana, and I got a dwarf Cavendish. The dwarf Cavendish is the one that only gets about 3 feet tall. It only gets this tall, literally, while it's grown. At this size, they excellent in containers. This is the one that my mom say just died on her. Put that in a container, and it'll give you a little bunch of fruit right here. And it'll give you more pups. So the dwarf Cavendish, a lot of people sell that. You can even buy that like at the Home Depot and Lowe's and Walmart and stuff. If you find one of those dwarf Cavendish, that's a fruiting miniature dwarf banana that you can put in a container if you don't have space. My friend Garden Love says she wanted a banana, but she just don't have the space. And I told her about that dwarf Cavendish just a few minutes ago. That might be something you can work onto your patio and still get bananas and get more trees. And they're beautiful, you know. So just to let you guys know, you might want to know what kind of fruiting banana you have. The Grand Name banana tree is the actual Chiquita banana. That's what Chiquita banana, their crops are all brand name bananas. So you can Google that too. That's the only reason I got it, because I was like, I don't know what the rest of these taste like. I know what a Chiquita banana tastes like. And the difference between you buying a banana in the store and eating a banana out of your own yard, it's just like the rest of the fruit. Tastes completely different. That real deep banana taste, every blue moon you get a banana with that deep, rich banana taste. That was probably an organic banana, and they got it right, right when it got ripe. That's a real banana. The rest of them kind of taste like a little hint bitter, sweet, but you get it out your own yard, and it almost tastes like a vanilla pudding type of taste. A rich, it's just freaking delicious. You know what I'm saying? So you might want to grow your own bananas, and it'll trip you out, and make your yard look nice, make it look tropical. And I got people growing them all the way up north. There's a couple videos of some people growing them up north in the snow. I don't know how they do it, but they do. So you might want to look into that too. Let me look in here real quick. I see people talking. Okay, we got Miss Finance in the house, Louisiana Garden Family, Jay Hines, NJ Cali Gardner. Okay, Mama Butterfly. Okay, Louisiana Family Garden say first time seeing this method. Oh man, that's how I get all of my bananas, man. You cut that pup off, or the tissue culture. Believe it, I did one on accident and I did one on purpose, and I know it works. So once I did one by accident and it worked, surprised the hell out of me. Then I did one on purpose. It just works. And this little thing is ready to get out the pot. It's ready to come out the pot because it's already pushing out a pup right there. So that's a must. Okay, so okay. NJ Cali Gardner say, I had the name of it in my phone, deleted it. Trust me, I do that all the time. I got a whole bunch of contacts of different nurseries, and I end up deleting them by accident. Trust, I understand. I'm going to see if I can Google it real fast. I think years ago, it's a place in Florida. I want to say Florida Hill Nursery is where I got those tissue cultures from. Don't quote me. It's Florida something. Throw some names at me. Google banana plants for sale, and then throw some names at me. And if I find it before you do, I'll let everybody know where I got them. Because all I got to do is hear the name one time. I'll remember where I got them from. I'm almost sure it was Florida Hill Nursery. Okay. Yeah. So that's it, you guys. I wanted to see who all the people that keep asking me questions. They probably at work right now, but this will be open so y'all can go back and watch it and come back and throw me the questions. And before I go, here's a shoe. I said this last night in that live stream, and I didn't want it to get overcrowded with my 2 and 3 and 4 hour live stream. Get rid of your gnats. I'm gonna show you something right now to get rid of the gnats in your house during the winter, sometime in the summer. It worked for me last winter, and I always kept forgetting to tell y'all about it. It's not 100% foolproof, but 80–90% of the gnat problems that you have in your house, we all have that problem. We coming up with all kind of solutions, putting sand on the top, putting marbles and rocks on the top of your pots, and all kind of other strange stuff. This is how you get rid of your gnat problem. It's ghetto, but it work. And I'm sure if y'all know how to decorate it good enough, it'll just fit right into your decor. Decor. Bam. Yeah, that's happening right now. A bug zapper. It ain't gonna be like zip, zap, pop, pop. It ain't gonna do that in the house with little gnats. They drawn to the light and they just kind of cook on the little metal. No popping, no zapping. Now, if a fly hit it, you're gonna hear a crackle. But for the most part, they just kind of cook on the little bar and fall down to the bottom. You take this down, and I just feed those little dead gnats to my chickens. This worked better than anything I've tried so far. And this is a big one. What I plan on doing to make it a little bit more, you know, less hood, I'm going to get one of the smaller ones and put it over on my table back here. Y'all used to see it back here. This thing works. So just in case you got a gnat problem, look, which one would you rather? Would you rather be kind of embarrassed to have this sitting inside your house? Or would you constantly keep having to see gnats in your coffee, blowing gnats out your nose, gnats flying in your eyes, humming around your ear, all because you want to protect your fruit trees, right? You want to bring your fruit trees in because you, man, get you one of these. Cut the doggone pride. Get you one of these, and then your company can come over without being like, ooh, oh, what's all of that? I'd rather them be like, man, what you got a fly trap in here for? Oh, yeah, the gnats. And then move on to the next conversation. You can move on to another conversation with that. But every 5 minutes, you trying to play spades or something, and, you know, that's embarrassing. So trust me with that one. Louisiana Garden said he got 2 of them. It worked. Bring that mug inside the house. You know, outside, what I really bought it for was I had it hung up over my chicken coop. So all night while it's zapping bugs, they got something to eat for free. Bugs falling down in the chicken run all night long. They come out of the coop in the morning, free food. Oh, they inside. Okay, I got you. So they work. This the only one I got out of the whole house. Because at night when all the lights is out and this the only light that's on, all the bugs from inside the house come right here. They could have the outside. Yeah, they can have the outside. I ain't studying them outside. I just wanted to feed the chickens. That was the whole plan. This is the first one I've ever owned in my life. Because that was the only, I seen somebody do that on YouTube. And I said, that's a brilliant idea. And here we are now. It works. It's doing more help for me inside the house than outside the house. So, but that's it, you guys. I didn't want to hold y'all too long today. I thought the people that was asking the question would be here today. So I ain't gonna keep dragging this out. I already had y'all for 2 hours last night. I'm gonna leave that alone. But I just did 2 videos on these bananas. So you might want to go check them out. I'm showing you exactly how I dig them right off the mother plant. And I'm showing you how I planted them and how I trim them. All of these leaves right here, even now, while it's still out of the ground. Watch this. While it's still out of the ground, get rid of those little leaves. See that juice coming out? Look at that. See that? That's energy being wasted on this. This is the starter leaf. It'll never get any bigger. But it's supporting that. All them juices is supporting this stupid leaf. Get rid of that. Bam. Here go another one. That's another starter leaf. Don't need that. Get rid of that. Bam. Here's another one. Get rid of it. You only want to keep the leaves on, and as it gets bigger, honestly, I'm going to take this one off too. Y'all like, no, look how pretty it look. Don't it look pretty? I know it do, but it's sopping up all the energy that could be used for this to grow. Cut that one off too. You know what? I'm gonna take it one more notch. I'm gonna take this one here too. I'm gonna leave it with 2 leaves and then the one spiraling out the middle. Trust and believe what I'm telling you on this one. See it leaking juices? Look at this. Everywhere I cut, see them leaks? Look here. You can see it leaking. Soaking wet right there. That's energy that was going into them leaves for nothing. It don't need to do that. So right now, over this whole day, all of this is going to harden off and callus over. And all that energy going to be focused into this whole tree to grow the rest of these leaves and get this spiraling out and get those other leaves growing, because all this is a big spool of leaves. That's all it is. It's not a real trunk. This is just a big spool full of leaves. And they just keep spiraling out. So if you focus all of that energy, this banana juice is dripping on me. If you focus all that energy into them growing, and then keep feeding them because they like gluttons. Keep feeding them everything you can find, all kind of fertilizer. How often do they need fertilizer? Anytime you can fertilize them. I'm telling you. Miracle Grow, 10-10-10, organic fertilizers, food scraps, compost, dead animals, they will eat it. And they need as much water. Now, this is if you want to grow a big banana like you see in some of my videos, and if you want them to start fruiting and giving you a rack of bananas, okay? Feed them hard like a glutton. Water them hard. Water them like an athlete because they out there, they need all of that energy. Once they get all that energy, one day you gonna wake up or come home and it's gonna be this big giant, it looked like a dinosaur head, big red giant bird head looking thing like a bird of paradise coming out the top. That's your fruit. I never forget, I came home from Florida and looked in the backyard and there it was. That thing was about that big, about that wide, and just standing out. Oh man, I had a field day. I already had a vacation then just to come home to see my banana tree is blooming. Shh, couldn't tell me nothing. And actually to taste my own bananas, going to the playlist where it say about my bananas, I'm telling you, it'll trip you out. Most people say, how did you get bananas? I've never gotten bananas because I found out you got to feed them. You got to water them hard. Never stop. You know, most plants, trees, oh, you water them this time of the year, and then, fertilize them this time of the year, fertilize them that time of the year, and just, water them a couple times a week. Not a banana tree. Every time you think about fertilizing a banana tree, go do it. Water them every day. If you can afford to water them every day, water them every day. The more water they get, because you see all the juices that was leaking out of this, it's water. That's all they made of, just like us. They ain't nothing but water. So the more water you put in them, it just sucks that up and gets bigger. Sucks it up and get bigger. Now, everybody saw me cut my bananas back last fall. I had my machete and I cut all the bananas down to the ground. Remember that? Now you see them out there. This one out here about 12 feet tall. Because I let the corm get bigger now. I'm living in the South, so I can do that. Cut them down to the ground, cover them with leaves or mulch or something. They'll do fine all winter. You don't got to keep dragging them in the house. I used to drag them in the house. That's tedious, and I'm getting the same results. I'm getting bananas from doing it this way too. So I figured, well, I ain't going to pull them back up no more. I'm going to cut the tree down, cut the plant down, chop it up in little pieces, throw it out there under bonita, and leave it alone. And then throw the rest of the leaves because the turtles love it. Turtles eat banana plants like it ain't nothing. So there you go. Remember, I'm going to do another video on this little orange slice of the tissue culture we took. Some people put them in water until they start rooting. But I got some roots on here already. See that? So I'm not going to put them in water and let them start turning into a banana. I'm going to leave it just like this. And then we're going to put it in the soil and see what happens. I might go out there and get another tissue culture too, just for giggles. Okay, I'm going to get in here real quick, answer some of y'all questions. I'm going to get y'all out of here because I know good and well I'm not going to be on here. I didn't want to be on here but a minute. Okay. See, got it. Oh, how often do they need to be fertilized? Okay, I answered that one. Constantly. Please, constantly. And don't be shy about it. Dump it on. Dump it. Okay, now Dylon says, how often do you put your chicken manure around the trees? It's time for me to take all the bedding out of my chicken coop because what I do, I just keep layering grass, clippings on top, grass over top. But now inside is so full of composted chicken manure because it's chicken manure in the coop, and then there's the grass clipping and the leaves. All of that now is beautiful, rich, nitrogen-infused compost. So I throw that. Now it's time. I'm going to take that and put it around all my trees, all of it. So I do it quite often. The only difference is, with me starting up again, and get my chicken coop built and everything. This is the first batch. When I had my other chicken coop, I was always in there with a shovel, throwing it in my trees, every tree. I would have my wheelbarrow, fill my wheelbarrow up 4 or 5 times, and go around and dump a shovel full around every tree. So yeah, the chicken poop, it just works. Okay, NJ Caddy Gardner, is it safe to use bagged chicken manure on citrus? You know what? I'm gonna tell you this. What citrus is what got me to have chicken. Yeah, chicken salad. Exactly, Miss Finance. Exactly. Chicken salad is what we call it. The reason I started keeping chickens in the first place, because of my citrus. Before I had chickens, the way I fertilized my plants, my citrus trees, was it's this fertilizer called citrus tone. I got some right now. I put some in the video earlier. Citrus tone. The only reason I'm using that is because Lady Leah said stay out that chicken coop, because I got to climb up in the coop to clean it out to get the poop out. And you know, with my back problem, so every time I go out in the yard, y'all can't see it, but she watching me on the camera like, what you doing out there? You know, like, So she watching me. But it's this fertilizer and this composted chicken poop, and it's called citrus tone. Put that around your citrus trees and scratch it into the soil. Scratch it into the soil. Trust and believe it. It works. It works. And another thing to throw out there too, Miss Linda from New Orleans Gardener, she used the fish emulsion 511. That 511 send your tree straight to heaven. It worked every time. Now, truth be known, I stopped using 511, that fish emulsion, for only one reason. It works so well. But I had to stop using it because the smell attracts the damn werewolves out here. So I had to stop using it. But now I see that I'm not using it. The werewolves come anyway. So in honor of Miss Linda, the New Orleans gardener, I just started using my 511 again. I'm going to show y'all that video coming up. I've been putting 511 on everything. That fish emulsion, that's what we call that fish emulsion. Linda's 511, that's what we going to call it from here on out. So I'm just letting y'all know, if you need anything about these bananas, if we want to see some fruit, you might be able to get some fruit by this summer. It's running kind of late, but we might be able to pull it off if you got a banana tree, so I can help you get those bananas off of there. Okay, is it okay? Yeah, long as the chicken manure is composted. I hate saying that because I don't never care if it is or not, and I put it on my trees and it do just fine. Chicken salad. Sometimes it's piping hot doo-doo, and I put it around the trees anyway, and it does just fine. I'm not going to advise you do that. You know, I don't want to tell you something that I do and it just don't work for you, or you end up killing your tree, because I don't know where you live and what your location is. My trees take to it just fine. When I start getting too much chicken poop, I just put it around all the trees, whether it's composted or not. Okay. Oh, and the reason I started keeping chickens is because I had a little friend that told me, why do I keep buying this stuff? Because that citrus tone is very expensive. Why don't you just get some chickens? I said, what does that got to do? Chicken poop. You get the fertilizer from the poop. It's the same stuff you buying in a bag. You getting fresh eggs. You get feathers, which she did use the feathers to stuff like pillows and stuff. And you get dinner. So once she told me that, it was like a no-brainer, and I got a couple chickens, and here I am today. That was 8, 9 years ago. So that's it, you guys. I'm gonna get out of here, and you guys have a wonderful morning. I just wanted to throw that at you real quick, okay? Make sure you go back and watch those other 2 videos that I just put out today, so you can actually see me outside working with those banana trees in real time. This one is just one I just wanted to bring in and show y'all the outcome of digging up the pup. Those videos, you actually see me digging this up with a spade. And I wanted to show you this. And I also wanted to show you this little guy. This used to be this tissue culture from a banana plant. So this is living proof that this works. I know it sounds crazy, but do me a favor if you don't believe me. Go online and look for banana plants and watch how many people either selling tissue cultures or they're proud of saying we're selling pups from the mother plant, not tissue cultures. So they both work. All right. Okay. NJ Cali Gardner. I'm in Northern California, originally from Jersey. Okay. So you got both sides of the spectrum like me. I'm originally from Toledo, Ohio, and here I am down in the South now. So you coming from the cold, going to the heat, so you know how this works too. All right, you guys. I'm gonna let me get up and get out and get something. Time for me to do something. This is about, what time is it? Oh, it's 1 o'clock. Y'all have a wonderful day. All right, Louisiana Garden family. NJ Cali Gardner. If any of y'all got any more questions, just either email me at leofarmer73@yahoo.com or put comments in the comments section down the bottom, and I'm going to get back to you as soon as I possibly can, all right? It's time for me to go warm up the Jeep. Y'all have a wonderful day. Leo Farmer 73, I love you.